Most of us are going to spend most of our life, a lot of our life, working. And the question is, how do we look at work? Is work pretty much a necessary evil, something we have to do to gain enough money so we can have the stuff we want? Or is there something more to it than that? I think there's something a whole lot more to it than that. In fact, the church teaches us that it's a whole lot more to it than that. Christ teaches us that. Work actually was not a punishment. Work is something that Adam and Eve were to do in paradise. It just became a lot harder after sin. Sin complicates things. But here's God's plan for work for us. Number one, we contribute to the welfare of others, to the common good. We're important. We have a role to play. And even if it's a humble role of flipping burgers or mowing lawns, it's an important role, and we're playing an important part, and we're providing an important service to others. Isn't that the meaning of life? Loving others, serving others? But there's more to it than that. We're actually in the process of serving others meant to develop ourselves. How do you develop virtue? Strength to be truly free? A lot of it comes through work. Habits are built through work. They can be anyway. You can acquire the habits of punctuality, the habit of courtesy, of conversation, of dealing with people who are not like you, who are different than you, broadening your horizons in terms of the people you're dealing with. You can learn new skills, new practical or technical skills. So there's a lot of stuff that we're supposed to be learning. And the whole process of life is a process of development. God wants us to develop, and we have a role to play in developing ourselves. So we're developing ourselves through our work, but we're also developing creation. You know, I like to garden, and I had a patch of weeds back here in my backyard, and we worked hard over a period of time out there, and it now is magnificent in terms of flowers and in vegetables and herbs and all sorts of great stuff. And so the Lord calls us to develop through our work, to develop creation, to take what He has made and to co-create with Him, to work with Him, to develop other people, develop ourselves, and develop creation, to bring it further along in realizing its potential. So work is actually kind of exciting. Now, is there drudgery involved in work? Yep. There are times when work is tough. And there are some times when we need to move from one job to another because we've outgrown the work that we're doing. That's totally cool. Most of us will be doing a lot of different kinds of things over the course of our life. It's kind of a mistake to think you're called to do one thing or you're ever going to do one thing. So growing and moving from job to another job, graduating, that's kind of part of the way it all works. But while you're working at a task that seems mundane or difficult, you're developing self-discipline. You're developing character. And you have the choice in whatever you're doing, however pleasant or unpleasant it is, to offer it up as a prayer, as a gift of love for the people you're serving and for other people. You join it to the cross of Christ, you offer it as a gift, and it transforms it, makes it powerful. It makes it go way beyond this little service that you're rendering, whether it be the cutting of the lawn or flipping of the burgers or running of a company. It really becomes spiritually powerful, life-changing, world-changing.